My goal is to win the class. So registered for the Amateur Olympia this morning. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. We are going to be doing a chest and arms workout today. So a little bit of a weird day because I am now 3 days out from another show. So you can see I'm pretty tan. I just competed yesterday. So that's Wednesday. It is now Sunday. By the time you're watching this, it's probably going to be sometime next week or the week after, I don't know, something like that. But yeah, so I'm 3 days out. So I basically am in the middle of another peak week. For this workout, just basically getting a good upper body pump, chest, arms, maybe a little bit of delts. And then I'm gonna be working out in Vegas tomorrow at Dragon's Lair. Gonna be doing probably back, a little bit more delts, maybe a little bit of chest. So these workouts when you're in peak week, especially like two-ish, three-ish days out from a show, are always kind of weird. They're never like your normal routine. But with that being said, I'm gonna hammer this incline press. We'll see how it goes. Like, I'm actually a little bit sore from pumping up and just like flexing so much from the show yesterday. Even when I was warming up, I'm like, damn, you know, like I feel a little bit tight. My lats, I could feel are a little bit tight. Like my whole upper body is kind of tight. When you're pumping up, and we pump up twice, you're pumping up for like 15 minutes. I probably do like 200 push-ups before I go on stage. Yeah, probably 100 to 150 push-ups and just like curling, like trying to get a good pump before you go out, right? So you do that twice. So, you know, if you're doing, that's close to like 250 to 300 push-ups in a day. So I'm like, damn, why am I so fucking sore this morning? But whatever. I had a great cheat meal. Like I carved up yesterday super hard. I had an amazing cheat meal. Honestly, I was just like so focused on eating. I didn't even grab any pictures, no videos, nothing. Like I just went to fucking town. So I kind of screwed up. I literally just ripped to Wendy's, got 2 Dave singles and 2 junior bacon cheeseburgers, crushed that, drove home. On the way home, ordered 2 pizzas. I was with my mom and my fiance though, so we split the pizzas between the 3 of us. I probably had like a pizza, maybe a little bit more than a pizza to myself. So I don't know what the calories are, but damn, I probably had like a good 3, that's gotta be at least like 3,000 calories right there. Okay, I had Kai Kai cookie. So I had maybe 1.5 of those. And for those of you who don't know what those are, they're like these big ass gourmet cookies. Maybe we could put something on the screen here so you guys can see. I wanna say those are probably 800 to 1,000 calories a pop too. So that could easily be like 4,000 calories in like a 2-hour time frame, not even, maybe like an hour. It was a lot of food. I wanna try doing a 10,000 calorie challenge after Vegas Amateur Olympia though. But anyways, I'll give you my post-show thoughts a little bit later on too, how I think everything went. Oh, damn. So that's pretty good actually, 14 reps. I'm gonna keep this weight though. Normally I would probably go, I did 5 plates on this maybe a week ago for like 10, 12 reps, but I'm gonna keep this weight. I think my strength is gonna taper off pretty quick. Oh. So I was gonna go do that other pack deck, but fuck it, it was taken. So we'll hit some flies here. I'll give you guys quickly my thoughts on how the show went. So honestly, didn't go as well as I hoped. My goal was to win the class. Like I felt confident enough that I could potentially win the class. Backstage, I felt even more confident. just from seeing everybody. But yeah, I guess once we got on stage, didn't pan out exactly the way I thought. I thought we nailed the prep. Like I felt full, I felt shredded. I thought I looked really good. I guess the judges didn't think so. Not sure exactly what they were looking for. In reality, that's just how bodybuilding goes. Like that's why when people ask me like, oh, you think you're gonna win? You think you're gonna win? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, honestly, no. Like, I really don't think I'm gonna win. I hope I do. I'm going there to win, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up so much where I think there's no fucking way I'm gonna lose. And then if I do lose, like I'm just crushed, I'm shattered. Yeah, I'm just in shambles afterwards because my hopes were just totally, you know, dropped or just totally fucking crushed. So honestly, kind of played out worse than I expected, but at the same time, I'm just like, it is what it is, because I've seen this happen to so many people at these Canadian shows specifically. It is what it is. I feel like I could have probably won my class just from looking at pictures and comparisons. Judges felt differently. Nothing I can do about it. You know, all I can do is focus on what I can control. And if you watched my last video, you know that I think if you quit, you're a fucking bum. So do you think this is the end of the journey? Absolutely not. I'm gonna keep fucking going. Like I said, I'm gonna compete Wednesday at the Amateur Olympia. After that, I'm gonna keep doing shows until I get my pro card. This is just another step in that journey. And the worst thing you can do is quit. So obviously I'm not gonna quit. I love doing this. I always enjoy competing, prepping shows. Like I really love doing it. There's certain things I dislike about it a lot. My love for it outweighs the things I dislike. So obviously I'm gonna continue on, but I genuinely feel like I got robbed a little bit. No disrespect to the other competitors. But just when I look at the pictures, I don't know. I feel like I look pretty fucking good compared to those two. So, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna dwell on it. There's just no point. Like we gotta get back to work. We can't let this shit get to our heads, keep us down. We're just gonna get back to the gym, back to doing what we love, go eat some good food, train really fucking hard, have a productive off season again, and come back and be even better. Now, with that being said, I'm qualified for North Americans and some other shows, so I don't know if I wanna keep doing these Canadian shows because I know so many people that do get robbed, and a lot of fantastic pros, like literally the biggest bodybuilders that you guys follow on social media, Regan Grimes, C-Bum, my coach Cody, so many guys can't win in Canada. They go to the US, they all get their fucking pro cards. So I think I'm gonna go to the US and start competing a little bit more in the US, North Americans, Amateur Olympia, Amateur Arnold. Obviously I have to qualify with a Canadian show for those shows, but I'm already qualified because I got third in my class yesterday. So yeah, I think I'm gonna pursue more American shows and do less shows in Canada. So many people when they do this, they're taking steps out like this and then they're doing these fucking flies. Yo, you don't need to take this huge ass step out on cable fly. You literally take a step, I'm still in the machine, and then when I bend over, I can start to feel tension on my pec. This is a little heavy, so I'm gonna pull it in, and then here. So I'm not taking 3 steps forward. I'm pretty much in the machine, and I can already start to do my reps properly. Okay, doing a flat press here. What I really like about this machine, fuck, it's a little bit hard, but when I come back, I can like fully lock out, and maybe you can see from this angle better, but when I go, I can like lock out my arm and really push my bicep across. So you can see when I'm pressing, like I'm getting a good contraction here, but then boom, when I lock out, it really flexes my pec hard. So that's what I like about this. I'm going, boom, now my bicep is really coming across to get a really good contraction on my pec. I feel like that's kind of one of the main issues on a lot of chest exercises is you can't really like lock out your arm. Not that you want to lock out for too long, just a brief second to get that full contraction. But a lot of people just kind of pump it like this. When you can go like this, boom, get a big contraction, come back down and repeat that. Whew. When we're pumping up, like just for a show here, we're carbing up, like we don't want to go super crazy. It's literally all about the pump. Although I was going pretty hard earlier, but I was thinking about this now when I'm doing my arms. It's more just like about contraction and driving the carbs into the muscle than just like brute strength and trying to just go fucking ape shit with the weights. So anytime you're kind of carbing up for the show or your peak week, like you really just want to focus on the contraction and driving the carbs into the muscle. So it's like just like slow, good contractions. Make sure every rep counts. You're feeling everything. No sloppy bullshit. So as you can see, we're doing arms now too. Did 3 chest exercises, got a really good pump. Now we're gonna hit a little bit of arms too. Probably do this superset and then another superset. I think that's gonna be it for the workout because I wanna save some more for tomorrow. Again, do some back, probably 1 chest, 1 arm workout, and then also some side delts. I can already feel like I'm a little bit sore still. I don't wanna go super, super crazy. More inflammation, more time to recover. So just kind of keeping it more moderate. Like I said, good contractions. A couple exercises here, a couple sets, do another exercise, and then that's a wrap. Go hard as fuck tomorrow, hard. Pretty much the same level of intensity as today. And then that's it, chill out on Tuesday, carb up. Boom, show day Wednesday. Some hammer curls, superset with skull crushers. This is one of my favorite supersets. Whew. Damn, that was a little bit harder than I thought, at least for the skull crushers. Everyone asks me like, what do you do for forearms? Like, how do I grow this or how do I grow this? I never do forearm training. Literally all I do is hammer curls and then whatever I grip, you know, rows, whatever. I haven't really been using straps probably for like the last year, I don't know, 6 to 12 months. And that's really all I do for forearms. Hammer curls and then just gripping bars and fucking dumbbells. You can always do some wrist curls if you want to isolate your forearms more. I don't really care personally for my physique. You know, some guys do want big forearms. By all means, go do that shit if you want. Just make sure when you're gripping the handle, like you're letting this part hit your hand. You're not like gripping it in the middle and then this thing is pushing downwards. Just grab it over here. Now there's a bigger gap here, obviously, but it's more comfortable to do skull crushers like that. Okay guys, that's a wrap for the workout. Pretty solid little pump. Honestly, the best thing about doing a competition is the post-show pumps. They're so fucking crazy. You got all these drugs in you. You have finally all this food. The pumps, man, oh, they're only good for about like a week. And then you start to put on a little too much, you know, body fat. You start to retain a little more water and they don't hit the same. But those first 2 to 3 workouts after your show, when you're just full of food and just full of glycogen, they're absolutely insane. It's one of the best things about competition prep. Anyways, that's a wrap for the video. Thank you to everybody who's been supporting me through this prep. The show goes on though, we're not done. We got one more, Wednesday, Amateur Olympia, and that's gonna be the end of the season. And it's back to the off season, which I'm excited to get into. So again, thank you guys for all the support. Make sure to like, subscribe. Me and Steph are gonna connect after that, shoot some more videos. I'll give you my thoughts on that show and we'll go from there. So again, like, subscribe, all that good shit. Thank you again for the support. I'll see you guys after the Amateur Olympia.